The Widow's Secret: How a Hidden Past Unraveled an Entire Village. Once upon a time, in the sun-drenched plains of Nyanduro, a vibrant village nestled between rolling hills and dense forests, there lived a woman named Mama Kendi. Known as the most hardworking widow in the village, Mama Kendi had raised her three sons alone after her husband's mysterious disappearance 15 years ago. Her hands were calloused from years of toiling on her farm, her back bent under the weight of responsibility, but her spirit remained unbroken. The village revered her resilience, though whispers of curiosity about her husband's fate lingered like shadows at dusk. Mama Kendi's farm flourished against all odds. Her cassava grew taller, her yams larger, and her bananas sweeter than anyone else's. People attributed her success to her late husband's good fortune. But when her eldest son, Baraka, was set to marry the chief's daughter, strange events began to unravel. The stranger's arrival. One scorching afternoon, a stranger walked into Nyanduro. His presence was commanding yet unsettling. He was tall and wore a tattered coat, carrying nothing but a wooden staff. He called himself Musa, but his piercing eyes were what caught everyone's attention. Musa claimed to be a griot, a traveling storyteller seeking refuge. Mama Kendi, always hospitable, offered him a place to stay for a few days. Over the communal fire that evening, Musa shared stories of distant lands. Yet as he spoke, he occasionally glanced at Mama Kendi, his eyes narrowing as if trying to unlock a puzzle. The village children loved his tales, but the elders exchanged wary looks. The secret begins to unravel. 2 nights later, while the village gathered for Musa's storytelling, he suddenly changed the topic. "Let me tell you the tale of a man who disappeared," he began. His voice was soft, yet hypnotic. He described a man who left his home under mysterious circumstances, only to be betrayed by someone he trusted. Mama Kendi's face turned pale as Musa's words mirrored the story of her husband's disappearance. The villagers murmured among themselves, their eyes darting toward Mama Kendi. Sensing the growing tension, Musa paused and looked directly at her. "Wouldn't you agree, Mama Kendi, that secrets have a way of finding the light?" Mama Kendi stood abruptly and retreated to her home. Her sons followed, their faces etched with confusion and concern. But the seeds of suspicion had already been sown. A shocking revelation. Determined to uncover the truth, Baraka confronted his mother the next morning. With tears streaming down her face, Mama Kendi revealed a story she had buried for years. "Your father was not the man everyone thought he was," she began. She confessed that her husband had been a cruel man who mistreated her and squandered their wealth. One night, after a particularly violent outburst, Mama Kendi defended herself. In the struggle, her husband fell, struck his head, and died. Out of fear, she buried his body near the forest and claimed he had disappeared. Her sons were stunned into silence. Baraka, torn between anger and compassion, asked, "Why didn't you tell us? Why carry this burden alone?" Before she could answer, Musa appeared in the doorway. "Because the truth is heavier than a mountain," he said, "but it always finds a way to be told." Justice and redemption. Musa revealed that he was not a storyteller by trade, but a distant relative of Mama Kendi's husband, sent to uncover the truth. However, instead of seeking vengeance, Musa offered a surprising solution. "You've carried this secret like a stone in your heart," he said to Mama Kendi, "but now it is time to let the village know the truth. They will judge you, yes, but they may also forgive you." Mama Kendi agreed. She called for a village meeting and recounted the story in full. The villagers, initially shocked and outraged, softened when they heard of the years of abuse she had endured. The chief, after much deliberation, decided that Mama Kendi's actions, though tragic, were born of desperation and self-defense. She was not punished but was asked to lead a new initiative to educate the village about conflict resolution and the dangers of silence. A lesson for today. The story of Mama Kendi spread beyond Nyanduro, becoming a tale of caution and redemption. Her bravery in confronting her past inspired others to speak up about their struggles. The village grew closer, bonded by a newfound commitment to truth and understanding. Today, Mama Kendi's story reminds us that carrying secrets can be more burdensome than the consequences of revealing them. It teaches us the importance of addressing conflict openly and creating safe spaces for truth to flourish. As Musa once said, a secret is like a seed. It will grow, but what it becomes depends on where it's planted.